Mazda Kavian from MMA Nyt and Studio MMA, and I'm sitting here with the Manbeaster, Brad Pickett.
How's it going?
Is that right? Manbeaster? Can I say
beast,
that?
it's just a style of fighting. I call it man beasting.
If a guy is if you call the style man beasting, what's the guy who, what do you call it? Practice it. Man beaster?
Maybe. I don't know. I never even thought about that. I just feel like I haven't put it in too much detail. Just what I call like man beasting is kind of like a style where you just go out there and maybe not be the most technical fighter the whole time, but you just pose your will and beat them up, you know. And it's not always the case, like I say, the most skillful guy. You can be really skilled, but you go out there and you put the pressure on them, break them mentally, and you know, just show strength and size and a bit of less, you know, being athletic. And yeah, that's what man beasting is really.
I mean, when I hear man beasting, I think of it the opposite of wife beasting, wife beating. Is that the same thing?
Well, maybe a little bit, because I am beating a man up, so it's a man beasting, but man beating. But that sounds a bit S&M, you know. It sounds a bit for different websites.
This is your first UFC fight. How does it feel?
Well, I'm excited, definitely. You know, I wasn't getting too excited about it a long time ago, because I was supposed to make my debut back in Vegas in May against Miguel Torres. So I was excited for that, and then that didn't happen. So, well, I always kept it optimistic at the moment. I wasn't like, I was getting a bit, you know, it may happen, it may not happen, I may get injured again. So, but now I'm pretty much, unless something crazy happens between now and Saturday, I'm fighting. So I'm getting more and more excited by the day, and just being here now, being at the venue, it's like, you know, yeah, I'm feeling good.
What goes through your mind? You were supposed to fight Miguel Torres. Dimitri Johnson jumped in, took your place. He won, and he got the title shot. What will happen? What will happen if you didn't get injured and you would fight?
Yeah, no, yeah, obviously I thought that if I didn't get injured, I did fight Miguel Torres. Then there's a big if. If I beat Miguel Torres, I believe I would have done. But, you know, it's still a fight. And then, yeah, maybe it could have been me instead of Demetrius Johnson getting a title shot. But, you know, it's always what ifs and could haves. And I need to concentrate on what's in front of me, you know. And at the moment, Hernan Barao is in front of me at this weekend. And my goal is just to beat him.
But would you believe that you would sit here with the belt now?
Yeah, again, it's a lot of would have, should have, could have, maybe ifs and buts. You know, there's a lot of, I have to beat that guy. You know, I'd have to beat Miguel Torres, who's not an easy guy to beat, and then I'd have to beat Dominic Cruz, who's not an easy guy to beat. So it's a lot of variables in that. All my goal is always to beat the guy in front of me and don't look too far ahead. Concentrate on one guy at a time. And, you know, sometimes if you look too far ahead, you forget what's in front of you. You know, you're looking too far ahead. So me at the moment, I just got my only things in my eyes is not anyone else after this fight. People will say, oh, who do you want to fight after? Completely different. If I win this fight, I could go in one direction. If I lose this fight, I go in a different direction. So my goal is now is just to win this fight, you know. And if I win it, I'm only going to go in a good direction, you know.
How's the weight cut right now?
It sucks, you know. I'd be lying to say that it's good. If you take an interview with me, like
before the food?
Yeah, before, like, about a few weeks ago, even like a week ago or so, I would be jumping around. I'd be really happy. But at the moment, I'm finding it. I'm very tired. Not tired as in I need to go to sleep. Just tired. I don't have a lot of energy. My energy levels are quite low. I'm going a day with very little calories. You know, so it's, you know, not happy, and it's very, also I get moody with myself because I'm not the person I normally am all the time. Like jumping, happen and go. So it's, you know, it's not great, but it's part of what I'm used to it now. I've made the weight 4 times now, so.
Is it mentally hard to see, like we just ate our meal? Is it mentally hard to see someone else eat the food you want to eat and you have to eat something else?
Yes and no. You know, I could eat it if I wanted to. I'd just order it and eat it. But then if I won't make the weight, or my weight cut would be even harder. So then it's like it's up to me. You know, I can eat if I wanted to, but I find it really hard to make the weight, and it sucks anyway. And then it would suck even harder. You know, if I couldn't make that weight. So yeah, it's mind over matter. You know. It is what it is, you know. I know I will eat that, you know. Only a few more days left, you know.
Could you tell us how was it in Miami ATT?
Well, the training camp I had out there was awesome. I feel in really great shape, and I trained really smart this time. And my body, you know, I listened to my body a lot more. You know, I didn't go crazy when sometimes I would have done. The coaches held me back a little bit at times, and I feel great. My body feels really cliche to say it, but I do actually feel like in the best shape of my life. You know, I've had a really good training camp, and I'm really looking forward to Saturday. You know.
You trained with Pitbull in ATT. What's your predictions about his fight with the Swedish guy, Papi Abedi?
It's hard to say because obviously I don't know too much about the Swedish guy. All I know is about Pitbull, and Pitbull is in very good shape. He's a phenomenal striker, and I believe the Swedish guy, his strengths are really stand up to kind of being a strong, muscular person. You know, being very athletic. I honestly do believe that, you know, Pitbull is going to be the heavy favourite, and a heavy favourite for a reason, because he's a world-class athlete, and it's hard to gauge how good this other guy is because I haven't really seen him fight. So it'd be unfair to me to say, you know, it's this and that, because I don't know the other guy. But me personally, I know Pitbull, and I know that he's in very good shape, and he's a very good fighter. He's a tough fight for anyone at the top of the division, any year round, you know, let alone someone who's just making their debut. It's a very hard debut to have as Pitbull Avos, you know.
Besides training at ATT, you had a training camp here in England. How was that?
Well, it wasn't. I didn't have a training camp here. What I did, I done my training in England.
Mini camp.
Yeah, mini camp. I just trained. I trained. I was in England. I was in England first, and I went out to American Top Team. Trained there for 8 weeks, and then I came here just 2 weeks before my fight. So I had 1 week in London and the second week here. So I was here last week, and yeah, it was good. It was good to acclimatise. You know, get on a good time schedule, and yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, so I think it done me well.
You fought Von Lee, who's going to fight at this fight card too. What's your predictions about him, and what do you think about him?
He's a very nice guy, personally. I've known him for, you know, I make a lot of friends with people I fight, you know, because at the end of the day, it's business, and I make a lot of friends with people I fight.
Yeah, you're friends with Sirvan too.
Yeah, I'm friends with Bezos. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, no, yeah. But I haven't fought him yet. I only beat him up in training, but yeah, so like with Vaughn Lee, I've known him for some time, and I fought him a long time ago, and obviously I've got a lot better since then, and so is he. You know, we both get a lot better. We're both evolved, and I know Chris Carriasso a little bit as well, watching his fights, and I honestly do believe it's going to be an exciting fight. You know, quite evenly matched. I believe. You know, it'd be predominantly. I believe it'd be a stand-up fight. So I think Vaughn is a little bit more physically stronger than Chris. But you know, like again, you know, it's good to watch the small guys because they'll go at it for 15 minutes. If someone doesn't catch each other before, they'll go at it for 15 minutes. They both got very good conditioning.
It's not confirmed, but they say that UFC is on their way to Sweden sometime in March. If they ask you, will you fight in the Swedish card?
I'd love to fight in Sweden. Like me personally, I'm a European person. I'm from England, and it'd be nice to when I fight, I don't just represent England, I represent Europe as well, and so it'd be nice to fight in Europe. I like to keep quite a lot of my fights there. It'd be just a short trip away from me, and yeah, I'd love to fight in Sweden. So if there is a card out there, you know, make sure Dana gets me on that card.
Which Swedish fighters do you think will be in the same card?
I honestly do think Samak Akai, you know, he's a great I've trained with him so long now. He's definitely at the level now to compete in the UFC. You know, he's still young, he's still got a lot to learn, but I honestly do think he's got a great future. Obviously, Akira going from the show, he's going to be on the card if they have a card there, help promote it. So it'd be good to see them two fighting on the same card. And that'd be great if I fight on the same card as well, so we could maybe do a Hobbit camp again.
So Dana or Joe Silva, if you see this, Sirvan Kakai.
Sirvan Kakai.
You're a popular guy in Sweden because of Sirvan and Akira. You want to say anything to your Swedish fans?
Yeah, you know, I had a lot of fun times over in Sweden. I appreciate everyone's support, you know. I like Akira and I like Sirvan, you know. Even Akira's now wearing the same hat as me. He loves me so much. Yeah, no, brilliant. You know, I appreciate the support, man.
Thank you for the interview and good luck on Saturday.
No problem.